What's up, guys? It's Coop. Been wanting to make some more YouTube stuff. I don't know. Maybe you guys like it. Maybe you guys don't. Let me know. So I asked, on my Instagram, what kind of content do I need to do? What do you guys want to see? If you have any other ideas, leave them in the comments below, and I will definitely check them out. Had some with design stuff. I do plan to do some of that. Had all kinds of craziness on there, but one thing that I thought would be cool is I can show you guys some of the stuff that I work on throughout the week. This week in particular, I have been busy printing. Next week I'm gonna have DJ with RC Wheel Shop, Jet, who is a Crawl Hub on Instagram, and then Neotech, Aiden, all out to the house. They're all super close friends of mine. We talk almost, on a daily basis, if not even hourly basis. But gonna be super cool to have all of us from all across the country who hang out and share this hobby get together and be able to, enjoy it together in person. So with that being said, I've always been a huge fan of Karnage. A lot of y'all know Karnage. He's super awesome. His son, Gravelback Graphics, is who's helped me with countless logos, and many other of you just do so much awesome stuff for the community. But one of the coolest things is if you have a printer, Karnage actually sells a crawler course that you can purchase the files for and print. It's super cool. I believe that it's sized to where you can print it whether you have an A1 size or an A1 mini. Or any of the enclosed ones will do it, but and any of the other printers, I'm just familiar with Bamboo Lab, to be honest. I decided to scale them up a little bit. I'm going to show you how I did that, and I'm also gonna show you a couple little clips of the 30 on there. I think it'd be good for some 24s also, but my 30 is pretty stock. Other than the body, I put an underdrive gear in the transmission. Can't remember what it was. I got it from Mofo RC, and then Mofo makes these little press-in brass weights that go into the wheels. I got those and put those on the front, and it can't pull every line on here, but it's pretty close for a fairly unmodified rig. So yeah, let's go. Say hi to Barkley. What's up, buddy? All right. So here's the course. There's a total of 18 different pieces. There's 9 female, 9 male. You can tell male, female. This was, for me, a good way. You can see a lot of these are multicolor. It's because I had a lot of spools that just had, this much filament left on them, and I couldn't do any other like large print with them, so I put a couple of them in there and just let it rip, and used up some filament that I'm not using a whole lot of anymore. I didn't go crazy with trying to do all super detailed. You can see a lot of the layer lines, and I'm glad I did, because it's almost like it gives it a texture, and it helps, because I thought it looked kind of cool the way that it printed with all the colors. So I didn't necessarily want to go for a natural look. If you do, maybe you want to mess with your settings some. But for me, it worked out great, because now I really have no plan on painting these, because these layer lines gave it just enough of like I don't know if you can, it gave it like a texture grip to it, and it works out well. It's still challenging, but it's not super slick. I've printed some obstacles way in the past, way back, something like this, and it's so smooth, and honestly, sometimes it's, I don't know, I don't really enjoy it. But for the days where it's raining or it's too cold or too hot or whatever, this is a great option for being able to play with your rigs inside. These are scaled up. Like I said earlier, this is not the size that the files are, but anybody can do it. I'm actually going to show you how I did it. This is what a 30 looks like on here. If you want, hold on, let me go grab a 24. that is what a 24 would look like on here. This is a C10 wheelbase, you know, whatever. So still can have a ton of fun on this. It would still be super challenging, especially some of your bigger obstacles like this. But yeah, so let's go over to the computer and show how we scaled these up. Okay, so this here is what it would be in the file if you get them. There's a male one, there's a female one. So you can see here, and this is just how to do it in Bamboo Slicer. If you got something else, I'm sure it's similar, but anyways, let's see. So you go to scale, you'd want to keep it uniform. So it's 169.50 is the total diameter, I guess you would say. I scaled it up to 220 for the male one. And I was like, I did that and I was like, wait a minute. This has tabs that stick out. This has tabs that get put in. So it's not going to be 220 on this one. So did the cross multiplication, and so you don't have to do the math. If you want to match this one, it's 195.52. That is how you would scale that up. So yeah, that is that's that. I think we're gonna try to do like a 30 comp or something on it while the boys are here. If y'all saw anything in the video that you have questions about, let me know. Huge shout out to Karnage. If you haven't heard of him, definitely go check them out. I'm sure most of you have heard of Karnage. He's awesome. But if not, go check him out. And the course is super fun. I highly recommend it. I guess as far as the YouTube stuff goes, if there's anything that you guys want to see, like I said, leave it in the comments, and I will do my best to be on there looking at them. Till next time, see y'all.